What is happening, people? Welcome back to Gooner Down Under TV. And damn, that is a fat and thick pimple. But you know what? We move. We move. Who cares? Arsenal destroying West Ham. Destroying. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Every single fiber of my pettiness, of my being, needed this result. We versed West Ham twice. You know, they've gotten the better of us both times. Fair play, their rival fan base wants to have a go at us. They want to dig at us every single chance they get. But this is how we respond. We obliterate them. We obliterate them. I don't want to hear a word out of their fan base the entire season. In fact, next few seasons, just leave. Just leave. I know Twitter's toxic. Go into your little shells and that's it. That's it. You can resurface in 2026. Beyond then, I don't want to hear another West Ham fan. You know, all that talk about Rice not going to a bigger club, West Ham and Arsenal on the same page, and we ran them off the park. Their fans had to leave before half time. It was just chef's kiss, beautiful sight to see. Not gonna lie, before the game started, I was a little bit scared. You know, again, no Gabriel Jesus. Then we hear Jorginho's also picked up a slight injury after his really good performance against Liverpool. On top of that, Zinni is out again with a calf injury. So Kivior steps in, Kai/Trossard step into the midfield, and then the other is in striker. And I'm just thinking, damn, if there's ever a game where we're going to slip up again, this might be it. You know, Kivior hasn't really looked convincing at left back. Did a job against Liverpool, but, you know, it was a bit more of a cagey game where sometimes he can get away with it. I think when we're sort of dominating, it's going to be much harder for him to put a good shift in there. And I just thought that midfield balance, Jorginho, I wasn't predicting it. Or, not that I wasn't predicting it, but it wasn't my preferred lineup. He came in, did such a good job that I thought he must be back in. He's not there. And I was like, oh, West Ham's already done us twice. I can't have another loss to this team this season. I can't have them bantering Rice going to Arsenal again. It's too much. And fair play. You know, fair play the first 20 minutes or so. We do well. We do create a lot of chances. I think the first 20, 30 minutes we had 11 shots, which is a lot, but we just weren't able to put them away. You know, Trossard had a really good chance. Saka had a couple in there. And I honestly thought it's going to be one of those games where we're just not going to be able to convert. West Ham might get a chance or it might be a 0-0, but we're not just putting it at the back of the net. And like I said a few weeks ago, you know, we need to find other ways to score. Set pieces, free kicks, corners, whatever, penalties. We need to find other ways because we're not always going to get the luxury of breaking teams down. We did a few times, but obviously that didn't work out. We needed something else. Saliba and Gabriel coming up huge again, scoring goals. And it just shows how many elements we have. You know, a lot of teams are going to really park that bus against us. And I thought West Ham did that quite a bit. You know, even in the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, they had everyone in their final third, and we were going to have to try and find a way to slice them open. Could have very easily dragged on a lot longer, and those are like sort of small margins in football. You know, we see this 6-0 scoreline, but if our first 3 goals didn't come from set pieces, who knows? Who knows? It could have been a 0-0 sort of ugly game. But that's the thing. Good teams need to find a way to score. Doesn't matter how you do it. You know, you see City, sometimes they're not playing the best. They're not even playing good. They score that one ugly goal and then bam, it's lights out. And I think that's exactly what we did today, and it was beautiful to see. Even more than that, it wasn't even one of those games where one player was by far the best player, smashing it out of the park, and the rest of the team sort of just looking okay. We just kept growing as a team, the whole unit looking really sharp. You know, Declan Rice, 2 assists from the set pieces. I think he's definitely has to be our set piece taker now. You know, I don't know what happened. I didn't even know that was part of his game really, but he is a proper specialist. You know, whipping in balls from corners, free kicks. I really, really like the look of that going forward. I would have thought he'd be someone perfect in the box, getting amongst it, being dirty, physical in there, but fair play. If you got a ball like that, why not whip it in? That sounds weird, but we're going to move on. And then Trossard and Havertz. Sort of switching gives us that element to be able to, constantly trick the other team, be able to not have one sort of struck one-dimensional play. Sometimes Trossard's in the midfield carrying it up. Sometimes Havertz in there driving, which I thought they both did pretty good. Pretty good at that. Not crazy, but I think they both did their jobs. Then went into that false nine, did link up play really good as well, and I really like the look of that whole team. Honestly, I can't complain about anything. If I'm being really, 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 really cynical, it's that we didn't go for 7, 8, 9, 10 and just, you know, not disembody, just disembark them as a club, just make them collapse in on themselves, and then that's it. It sucks. It sucks. I actually liked West Ham. I used to like West Ham, and now I can't stand them. I'm so glad. I am so glad. Bukayo Saka as well. I'm really glad he got his second goals, 2 goals. I can't talk, guys. I can't. Woke up too early. I'm too G'd up. Saka grabbing 2 goals, one from a penalty that he made himself. The other, nice goal, nothing special. Thought Ben White inverting was a really good touch as well. Not sure if that's going to be something we see too much of in the future, because I'm not sure how much longer Zinchenko's out. He is getting a lot of these calf injuries, and they are typically reoccurring as well. And that sort of begs the question. Jesus, Zinchenko, Smith Rowe, Partey, it's always the same quadrant getting injured time after time after time. Injuries are part of the game. Of course, they're a part of it. Anyone can get it. But what happens when our more reliable players also pick up injuries? Because that's at some point bound to happen. But our injury-prone players aren't going to be able to carry that. So we're going to get even bigger injury crisis. Honestly, I love those guys. I love each and every one of them. But I think it might be worth moving them on in the summer. I know talking about this at a 6-0 win is pretty stupid. But I just think we need to start finding better solutions. Kivior, okay today. Again, don't know how many games he's going to really be able to put in a good shift at left back. Trossard, I love him. I do like him as a super sub as well, because you see that bench looking pretty weak. Luckily, we were able to get those set pieces early. Because, if it was a 0-0 stalemate and we looked to our bench to change the game, I don't know if we have that. And I just hope we can sort of carry. Maybe Partey can come on just to finish the season. Jesus can come on just to finish the season. Then we reinforce in the summer. I'm not too sure. But for today, hold my hand. I don't care. Like I said, I want to give everyone a damn 10. Do I really think they played 10? No, but it was perfection. David Raya as well, looking more and more confident. I was one who was slating him at the start of the season. I'm going to hold my hand. I'm going to hold my hand up and say, I think I was wrong. I think I was wrong. His ability to sort of come out for crosses and just quickly distribute the ball is a special, special quality. Looks composed. I think at the start, Kai Havertz had a bit of a slow run. I was able to give him leeway, and I didn't do the same for Raya. So, I got to hold my hand there and say he'll fit into a new system, going from a team that wasn't maybe controlling the game as much, and he was in the action a lot more. So I think he was maybe switched on the whole time, whereas now he's only called upon very selectively. Whatever, he's converted. I think he's starting to do really good and starting to grow in his performances as well. Martinelli wasn't a big part of the game, but was, had some chances where he was able to get in behind. And I think that's something we should have exploited a lot more. Of course, doesn't matter, but I'm just talking hypothetically for future games because we decimated. I don't even want to talk about West Ham's performance too much. I'm more looking forward now. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season because anytime Martinelli goes up against Kufal, whatever you want to say, we should have been feeding that in a lot more. He was lost on an island every single time we went in behind to Martinelli, and that's something we didn't really exploit enough. Something, maybe Arteta can look at into the future. But again, that's future's problem. Now, we're still third. We've brought that goal difference back, which is huge. Unfortunately, we couldn't grab a couple more to go top in goal difference, which I think could have been a bit pivotal, but still. We're tied with Man City now. We've scored less goals, which is a bit of a shame. But we do have the best defense in the league. And there are still a lot of games to go. Of course, City still have to play Liverpool. We still have to play City. This can go tits up, or this can go really good for us in the coming weeks. Oh, man. 6-0. What a beautiful, beautiful sight. I think I'm done. I'm going to stop talking crap. Just beautiful, beautiful. Please let me know, what did you think of the game? If you made it this far as well, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in that next video. Peace.